January was the best and worst month ever. I had lots of fun, and then I had lots of crying sessions in my car. This was probably the most significant month of growth for me. January also felt like a year. So much happened this month that it felt like January went on for forever. I decluttered my possessions, I went on an amazing vacation with my friends, I created a vision board, I got clear with my intentions, I had lots of fun with my friends, my apartment got renovated, I'm moving into a new apartment. I basically KonMari'd my life. And then pilot season came around, and it challenged all the work that I did to create a happier life. But we'll get to that later. Let's start with the physical declutter. I knew about Marie Kondo'd before her Netflix series came out. I read her book back in 2015. I decluttered my life for the first time ever in 2015, and I remember thinking, wow, amazing. I never have to do this again for the rest of my life because I did all of it right now. And that is such a 20-year-old thing to say. Fundamental changes don't stick unless they're maintained. So unless you stick to that mindset, you will relapse. But I actually stuck with that mindset for quite a while, probably like an entire year, but then I dropped it. For some reason, it no longer was a priority for me to maintain minimalism. Fast forward 3 years, 2018 was not a great year. I wanted to fundamentally change my life because I felt stuck, and I thought that doing another declutter would help me fundamentally change my life. So really quick, I just want to show you guys why I want to declutter my house. I just have too many things, and it's literally just creating clutter. This area is like the bane of my existence. Because I sleep on this side of my bed, every time I wake up, I see this. And it just gives me anxiety first thing in the morning, and I have to do something about this. And then I didn't make my bed today. I usually make my bed, but I didn't make it today because I'm going to wash these sheets, so there's no point in making it if I'm gonna rip it right off. There's just a bunch of like scattered clothing all over the place, and the reason why there's a lot of scattered clothing is because there's not enough room to have a home for everything. So if you look in my drawers, things are literally stacked on top of each other because there is just not enough room. And the truth of the matter is, I don't need to own all of these things. Like, there are a lot of t-shirts and stuff in here that I don't even like and don't even wear, but for some reason they're still here. And the reason why things get cluttered like this, according to Marie Kondo'd, is because things don't have a specific home. Everything that you purchase and everything that you own should have a home that it goes back to every night to prevent this from happening. I want to show you another area that really needs to be decluttered. Boom. This is ridiculous. I hate looking at it every single day. Wow, I did not realize that I owned this much clothing. These are only my tops. This is insane. I'm so glad that I'm doing this right now. Alright, so I already explained this in my how to curate your closet video, but just to give you a little refresher, I'm going to try on every single piece of clothing in this pile, and I'm going to decide whether I want to keep it, donate it, sell it, replace it, or tailor it. So if I try something on and I want to replace it with a similar piece that either fits better or is a better color or just is a newer piece, I will write that down in this notebook. So I'll write down what I'm replacing, I'll write down why I want to replace it, and what I'm going to replace it with. Okay, so I went through this big, huge pile of clothes and separated them, and then I went back to my closet to start the next category, and I want you to see something. I literally forgot to pull out all of these tops as well. Why do I have so many tops? About to declutter all of my makeup. I'm going to take all of this off of my desk, bring it to my living room and declutter there. And I'm also going to open up every single one of these drawers, take every single item out, and then go to my living room and declutter it. So this is a before of my closet. It felt amazing to do that again. Then I packed my bags and went on a little weekend vacation trip with my friends. One of my New Year resolutions is to spend more time with my friends and go on like little vacations more often. So we did just that.
Tuesday morning, sun high in the sky, and I felt free. You did your best and I ignored the warnings. Fair enough, I guess I didn't wanna see. I wanted an adventure.
You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's dolphins! Wait, where'd they go? Oh my god! Oh my god, do you see that? It's a dolphin! Wow!
I lost it.
'Cause you're never gonna get the best of me. Use you, I will use you, I will use you until I am strong enough, until I can break these cuffs.
What are you doing, Asia?
Getting that content, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Content all 2019! So we just drove about, I don't know, how far is this? Like 9 miles, 12 miles?
It's like 12 miles.
We just drove about 12 miles to go to Urban Outfitters, and we just found out that they closed down a year ago. So,
But it still showed up on Google.
it still showed up on Google.
That's a fraud.
So there's Urban Outfitters, and there
It's closed.
is the for lease sign. So we really went all the way out here for nothing. Thank
To
you.
buy Urban Outfitters.
Thank you so much. Didn't vlog yesterday that much because we were just having so much fun. Josh is so extra. He hired a private chef to come cook us dinner last night, and she's back again here today for breakfast, and then she's gonna come back for dinner tonight. What are we doing right now?
We are taking down orders for omelets. I'm gonna get spinach.
Oh, only omelets?
Well, there's gonna be waffles and pancakes made after, so.
Okay.
Pancakes.
Fool you, I will fool you, I will fool you. 'Cause you're never gonna get the best of.
Oh man, the lighting in here at this, oh my god. I need to make $2 billion so I can live in this house. Oh my god. This is not real. I'm literally screaming. Oh. Imagine this is the last thing that you see before you go to bed. Huh? Excuse me. Okay guys, enjoy. Thank you. So sad. She was cute, she was lovely, she did what she needed to do. Thank you. Next.
First.
It's our last day. You like my hat? I got it at Urban Outfitters. Today's our last day. We're leaving right now. And I'm super sad, but super rejuvenated.
Yes.
And excited to get back to work.
And produce more content for y'all.
Produce more of that content.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like not alive right now. I need breakfast. We're getting breakfast at this place called, what is this place called?
Harvest Cafe.
Harvest Cafe in Ventura. Is that what city we're in? In Ventura. And I got this, I don't know, green juice. I don't even know what's in it. Chia seed pudding. What is that?
Blueberry bliss. Blueberry lavender orange blossom kombucha.
Still waiting for someone to prove you wrong. Walking around.
At least not today, not today, not today. So let it go. So yesterday. You know, I've been recording this for the past 2 minutes.
Don't even know the words. How you gonna do me like that?
Then I created my vision board, but y'all already knew that. I had my very first audition of the year for a very cool series. It was a very cool, big role, big character. I'm not gonna say which series it was, but everyone was talking about it on Twitter. Okay, so I just had an audition, and it's really funny because it's for a really cool show, and it's a really cool character, and it's funny because I just made my vision board, and 20 minutes after I completed my vision board, I got this very specific audition. So, it's working, isn't it? But anyway, so I feel a little bit sick, and well, actually, I feel a lot sick, but I took medicine yesterday, like before I went to sleep, so it's been like more than 12 hours, and I woke up still feeling drowsy. Like, I feel high right now. I can drive. Like, I am still aware of my surroundings, but like, my soul doesn't feel here on Earth. Like, my body's here, but like, I don't feel here, if that makes any sense. I don't even remember how my audition went. But anyway, I'm gonna get some salt and straw ice cream because they have vegan flavors for January, so I'm gonna try some of those out and get some ice cream because I did good on my audition, I think. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Then I got sick. I almost forgot this happened, actually. I was only reminded because I vlogged it. This month seriously felt like 1 year. Hello. I'm very sick right now. I was supposed to have an audition today, but I had to reschedule it because like there's no way, like absolutely no way that I was gonna do that today. I just realized I never explained this, but my apartment's getting renovated, but I'm also moving to a loft, so I'm moving into a new apartment unit in my complex. The renovation was already scheduled, so I had to go through that whole process even though I was moving. I put a photo of a sun-bathed apartment on my vision board, and right after I created it, I went to my complex's leasing office to ask if they had any lofts available because all the lofts in my apartment complex are like on the top floor and they see the most sunlight, also because there's like big huge windows, and they did have lofts available, so I took it. I told them I want it and I signed the papers that day. So my apartment's getting renovated, I'm moving into a loft, I'm having lots of fun, I feel more clear in the head. The month is going pretty well, isn't it? I made the decision to make changes in my life to better my circumstances and they were working. Right? Once the second week of January hit, my life flipped upside down. The truth about life is that your ego will always try to keep you in your comfort zone. Once you try to change anything about your life, your ego says,
"Does that sound like something you want?"
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
Remember that audition that I had to reschedule because I was sick? Well, I went to the rescheduled appointment, and that was the worst audition I have ever had in my entire life. I cried. I called Heletta and I said, "Girl, let's watch a movie because I need to feel better immediately." I cried on the way to the theater. I contemplated quitting acting. I cried some more. I watched Into the Spider-Verse for the second time, by the way. And then I met a subscriber at the movie theater. and it immediately reminded me of why I got into acting in the first place. It's like my ego and the universe were in a tug-of-war. Like my ego was saying, "Quit, bitch!" and the universe was saying, "Stay. This is your purpose." I was fighting and resisting my ego every single day after that. Pilot season went into full force and it started kicking my ass. And because I wasn't booking anything or getting any callbacks, I started kicking my own ass. I started doubting myself again. I started believing things that weren't true. I was overthinking everything and attributing false meanings to things that were not even that deep. Like, if a casting director wouldn't smile at me, my ego would go, "Oh my god, she hates you. She will never book you for anything. You need to quit acting right now or else you're going to die." I was doing this to myself. I was attributing negative meanings to neutral events. A casting director not smiling at me doesn't mean anything bad. Maybe it was just neutral. Maybe she just was feeling neutral that day. It was so easy to become a victim again. I felt stuck. Again. And all the work that I did at the beginning of the month felt useless. Like I wasted my time even trying. I don't remember specifically which day in the month I made this decision, but one day I woke up tired. I was just tired. I was tired of being mean to myself. Negative thoughts about myself didn't spark joy. What is the point in being mean to myself? What if I was nice to myself? What if I surrounded myself with things that sparked joy? What if I created a self-care routine and actually practiced it? What if I treated myself with kindness? So, instead of appeasing my ego and quitting and going back to where I was, I decided to make even more changes. 'Cause you are not going to win today, bitch. Here are some of the further changes that I made in my life. I created a self-care routine that I'm going to do every single Thursday. That means that I'm making the commitment every week to do self-care activities. I started taking my health more seriously. My skin has seriously been acting up, but I felt like it was just a manifestation of everything that was going on in my body. My body was not being taken care of. My body was so imbalanced. My hormones were imbalanced. My body couldn't regulate stress properly. I think we really underestimate the impact that stress has on our body. We can see it in our skin, we can see it in our emotions, we can see it in the way we treat others. It even manifests in our physical environment. When my stress is high and I'm not addressing it, my apartment is a wreck. And because my apartment is a mess, it gives me anxiety, and it's a never-ending cycle, unless you choose to end it. I always knew that the inner body was important to skin, but I never really acted on it. I was always like, yeah, I know that, yeah, I know. But I didn't really do anything about it. An idea without action is just an idea. So I decided, instead of spending money on more skincare products that I don't really need, I'm going to spend it on wellness. I'm going to buy things that might lower my stress and help regulate my hormones and body overall. And hopefully I'll feel better. Hopefully my skin will get better, and hopefully I will just be better. So I started researching. I was like, there must be a way to regulate hormones naturally. I didn't want to go back on birth control because I remember when I went off of birth control, my body started acting up, and I did not want to go through that again. My therapist recommended these stress management supplements, so I bought those. I made a chiropractor appointment to get the physical manifestation of stress in my back, neck, and shoulders addressed. I started eating better foods. I started actually using my ClassPass membership and exercise more often. I did hot yoga for the first time, which was amazing. I felt so cleansed afterwards. I felt a mind-body connection, which I haven't felt in a really long time. And surprise! After doing all of this, my skin actually did get better in the span of like 2 weeks. And to top off January, I decided to go on a social media detox. After my social media detox, I realized that it is such a huge source of my anxiety and honestly stress. You don't need to be tuned in to other people's problems 24 hours a day. Sometimes you just need to be with yourself and be present. I'm in a much better place right now. I'm proud of myself for not succumbing to my ego and staying in the comfort of victimhood. I'm glad I resisted and pushed back and made even more changes because I feel happy. I haven't felt this way in a really long time. But I want everyone watching this to ask yourselves, what is the point in being mean to myself? Stop being mean to yourself. Love yourself enough to start making changes. Don't let that ego keep you imprisoned. You can be happy and free and have fun and do anything that you want, but you can't let yourself get in the way of your happiness. Stop being mean to yourself. Being nice to yourself is way more cool. Trust me. I can't believe that all of that happened within the span of 4 weeks. But it did. I grew so much in 4 weeks. I was challenged so much in 4 weeks. And I'm grateful. But now I'm ready to let go of everything that doesn't serve me.